space has a way of making even our home planet feel small. From a distance, Earth is nothing more than a pale bead drifting in a dark ocean, a tiny, fragile sphere suspended in an endless void. And in that darkness, the same question keeps echoing through generations of scientists. Are we truly alone? No astronaut has ever reported meeting another form of life. No probe has sent back a definitive message from the stars. Yet every year, the clues grow stranger and closer. And in a new study published in Astrophysical Journal Letters, researchers may have found something remarkable, a possible biosignature gas on a distant exoplanet. To understand why this matters, you have to start with the basics of habitability. NASA often describes it in the simplest terms. A planet must orbit its star at just the right distance. Too far, and everything freezes. Too near, and oceans turn to steam. Earth sits in that razor-thin Goldilocks zone, where water can stay liquid, the single most universal ingredient for life as we know it. And right now, no system has attracted more scientific attention than TRAPPIST-1. This ultra-cool red dwarf lies 39 light-years away in Aquarius. It's tiny, dim, and absolutely restless, erupting with bursts of energy several times a day. Yet somehow, despite its turbulence, it hosts 7 Earth-sized planets, all squeezed into an orbit smaller than Mercury's path around our Sun. Years in the TRAPPIST worlds don't last long. Some planets there complete an entire orbit in just a few Earth days. And among these 7 worlds, one has risen above the rest. TRAPPIST-1e. In the new study, lead author Sucrit Ranjan from the University of Arizona set out to answer one simple, enormous question: what could TRAPPIST-1e actually be like? According to the study's press release, Ranjan explained the stakes clearly. The basic thesis for TRAPPIST-1e is this: if it has an atmosphere, it's habitable. But right now, the first-order question must be, does an atmosphere even exist? To probe that mystery, researchers turned the James Webb Space Telescope toward the TRAPPIST system. Using its IR-SPEC instrument, they captured the starlight that passed through the planet's atmosphere during a transit, the cosmic equivalent of holding a fingerprint up to the light. That's when something unexpected appeared: hints of methane. Methane by itself doesn't prove life. Depending on how it's produced, it can be a tantalizing marker. And on TRAPPIST-1e, the readings resembled something familiar in our own solar system: Titan, Saturn's methane-rich moon. Still, Ranjan was careful, cautious. Unwilling to jump ahead, we've reported hints of methane, but the question is the methane attributable to molecules in the atmosphere of the planet or in the host star? Because TRAPPIST-1, the star itself, is unpredictable. Its flares can mimic atmospheric signals, contaminating the data. So the team has to separate the planet's fingerprint from the star's interference. Ranjan put it this way: these observations will allow us to separate what the star is doing from what is going on in the planet's atmosphere, should it have one. Right now, the evidence points to a possibility, not a conclusion. A breath, a trace, a hint. TRAPPIST-1e might have methane. It might have an atmosphere. And if it does, it sits squarely in its star's habitable zone. For scientists, that combination is enough to lose sleep over. Because in a cosmos full of empty, silent worlds, sometimes even a whisper is enough to change everything. And that's the story, my friends. Another mystery carved into the dark stone of the cosmos. TRAPPIST-1e. A world that flickers between science and possibility, fact and fear. If you enjoyed unraveling this mystery with us tonight, please hit that like button. Share the video with someone who loves the strange and unexplained. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive stories. And hey, drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is waiting on TRAPPIST-1e? A natural anomaly? Or a neighbor we haven't met yet? This has been Lost Pages Studios, where every story is another door into the unknown. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky.